Hey there and welcome back to Sims Sunday. My name is Pete and as usual this is a series where we try to complete The Sims 3. It's the first complete weekend for Pete and Ayesha and we start off with a slight problem. Now for some reason, and despite the fact that we did some heavy trash digging last video, I seem to be unable to write reports with Ayesha. So when I try to use the computer here and click on writing, there's nothing there. Now the game did crash one more time between episodes, so that might have something to do with it. But yeah, that's the situation. It won't break the game plan completely, it's just mildly annoying. That also means that we won't be able to focus completely on Ayesha's rise to Chess Grandmaster, but again that's not the end of the world. And here as we see Ayesha grab breakfast, thanks to one of your comments I actually realized that it doesn't really matter which one of the quick meal options you choose, all of them produce the same amount and the same kind of trash. So let's get this day started with a nice bowl of cereal. And then we can already call our next chess opponent.
Gimme Norkel. There's a dong. Cheapo dude. Double do
Yes, please. Okay, now in the next few minutes that we have to wait before Fiona arrives, we might as well head over to the chess table and get a bit of practice in. Alright, Fiona McIrish has arrived, and the two women are already engaged in a heated battle of chess. Now Ayesha has the wish to beat her next chess opponent, and I do share that wish as well, so let's see how she does here. That looks good. Wonderful. That's 500 lifetime happiness points for us, and Ayesha will need to go to the toilet relatively soon. So since we don't have one, and since I actually don't plan on buying one either, the opportunity here comes just at the right moment, so we can send her off to the office building, she'll use the toilet there, and make some money as well. In the meantime, we can actually fulfill another one of Ayesha's wishes, and that is to buy an exercise machine. Now we do have a bit of money, we won't go completely overboard though, so we'll buy the treadmill for 900 simoleons, and that will basically eliminate the gym as a point of interest for us for now. Now Pete is finally awake as well, and after a quick breakfast, he'll be the first one to use our new exercise machine. We'll have him use Quick Burst to do that, because he does have to work in the afternoon, and Ayesha will come back shortly, and now that she's in the Special Agent career branch, she'll need to get that athletic skill up as well. So Pete is quickly pushing through his workout, and now Ayesha has finished her opportunity, and we get a nice 750 simoleon bonus from that. And that's pretty good timing here, because Pete is almost finished, and Ayesha will then be able to hop straight onto the treadmill while he takes a shower. And now that Ayesha is working out, we can fulfill one of Pete's wishes, which is to train someone. That was quick and easy, and now to kill a bit of time until the carpool arrives, we can have him start reading the book for the career opportunity. Finishing that book now makes no sense at all, because that would boost career performance and Pete will get promoted today anyway, so that would be a waste. But starting to read doesn't harm anyone, and then when we actually want to complete the career opportunity, we can do so very quickly. Lovely, now Ayesha has reached level 2 in the athletic skill, and that's enough at least for now. To get back on track with our reports, we'll have a go through the neighborhood trash. Meanwhile, Pete's carpool has arrived and he can go off to work, where he'll hang out with his teammates to finally get all of them to best friend status. And just as Ayesha is going from one lot to the other, this opportunity for Pete pops up. Get some money and become an Olympian, that sounds great, so yeah, we'll obviously accept that. Okay, now Ayesha is done digging, and I think a shower would be best now. One slight annoyance though, is when you dig through other people's trash and they notice it, they might come over to have a few words with you. Now on the other hand, if they come over when we're under the shower, we will have some words with them first, which will hopefully be enough for them to leave. With Nick Alto off the property and a quick meal in her belly, Ayesha is practicing chess by herself. That will on one hand raise her logic skill, which will eventually need to get to level 10 for her lifetime wish, but more importantly, it will raise her chess skill, which is a hidden skill in The Sims 3. And the higher that skill is, the more likely Ayesha will win against her opponents. So it makes sense to not only raise that by competing against others, but also with some good old practice. And here's Pete, who has now completed his workday. He's still not getting huge amounts of money, but then again I wanted a bit of early game challenge. And with a nice bonus of over 500 simoleons, Pete gets the promotion to Rookie. And at the same time that fulfills a wish of his, which gives us the necessary lifetime happiness points to purchase another reward. And that one will be Steel Bladder. Because I hate to take time out of my Sims' day to have them go to the toilet, which serves no other purpose than to fulfill a need. At least for shower, sleep and food we get positive moodlets, and for toilets the best thing we can get is that they don't break. So back home Pete will hop onto the treadmill again. He has two wishes. One is to do a cardio workout, we're doing that right now. The other is to work out for 6 hours straight. So yeah, that's what he's going to do for the next 6 hours. And now Ayesha has increased her logic skill, giving her 1000 lifetime happiness points. Which means she now also has enough to get Steel Bladder and make a toilet completely unnecessary for these two. At least until they have children, which is a bit down the road still. Now with Pete running in the background, Ayesha is currently writing a report. I think that's a good thing to squeeze in before bed, and there's really not much else to do for her. The treadmill is blocked, most chess opponents will probably be asleep, and we also need to get her to bed somewhat soon. Alright, perfect, now she can take a quick shower and then go to sleep. Oh, finally. It's 4 AM and Pete could still go, but I think those 6 hours were enough for now. So let's send him to the shower and then to bed. And before we skip ahead to the next day, we can quickly have a look at what Ayesha has dug up in her neighbor's trash. The bear, yeah, that's nice for potential children later on. Old newspapers, that can go in the trash. A garlic of horrifying quality. Oh, well, let's put that in the fridge for now. 2 rubber ducks. We can actually sell one of those and then keep the other one for now. Okay, some more trash. Some palladium, oh that is nice. That's actually the second most valuable metal in the game. Oh my. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's in all the hours I've put in this Sims 3, that is by far the most expensive item I've ever found in the trash. Alright, yeah, well, we could probably pay a small starter home from that. That's just incredible. So let's keep them for now. And I need to figure out if there's a way to sell them other than from the inventory, because that normally reduces the amount of money we get for selling stuff. Alright, good morning again. That was an unexpected end to the last day. Sims, I consider us now even. You deleted Ayesha's reports, and then you gave me the Sim Life goggles. Yeah, let's call that even. Okay, now let's get back to it. After breakfast we'll have Ayesha work out. She needs to get her athletic skill up quite a bit, as she's currently down 3 levels from what her current career level requires. And that makes it only 2 more to go. And in the meantime Ayesha has picked up 2 wishes. One to work out until fatigued, that was the plan all along, so we'll get that. And the other one to work out for 4 hours straight. That came relatively late in the workout, so we might not get that, but then we'll do so another time. Right, it's about an hour later, Pete is up as well. He had his breakfast, and now that he got his promotion, he can continue to read his book for the career opportunity. Ayesha did not quite get the 4 hours, but at least we fulfilled her one wish, which now means Pete can go for it. He already has the wish to max out his athletic skill, and he is getting quite close, currently about 3/4 to level 9. In the meantime, Ayesha has taken a shower and also cleaned it, and is now working on her second report. Perfect, that's report number 2 done. That means Ayesha can now grab a bite to eat, and afterwards focus again on becoming a Chess Grandmaster. And while we're on the phone, we can also quickly cancel newspaper delivery. Right now we don't really have a use for them, and they just clutter up the lot. Great. Ayesha's next chess opponent is Alto, and let's see if she can beat her as well. In the background we can see that Pete has made it to level 9 in the athletic skill. That means we've almost maxed that out and can shift our focus to the 3 skill challenges, which should be rather easy to complete.
Double Jackmar.
Looks like Ayesha's chess hot streak continues, and while she's at it, let's have her practice chess a bit more by herself, at least until Pete has finished working out. Okay, Pete is done, and a quick look at his skill journal shows us that at least in the cardio department he's doing pretty well. He has 31 out of 75 hours for the fitness nut challenge, and he's almost halfway through with the marathon runner challenge. And he still has quite a while before he ages up to an adult, so yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty well. We are quickly fulfilling another wish for Pete, which is to work from home, and that normally goes pretty quickly. Yep, lovely. Now, since he has to go to work tomorrow and we want that boost in work performance, it is now time to finish reading that book. Perfect. And now it's time to do something that I had on my bucket list for a while. And that is to officially make Pete and Ayesha a couple. Because currently they are living together, sleeping together, but they did not have that conversation yet.
Naga.
Kusa Melinu?
Gerblack snore.
Oh, how sweet. And now Pete has the wish to make out with her, and of course you can. Enough already. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Another one.
Gaba.
Oh, finally. Pete will actually continue his home office now, so in combination with the work performance boost from the opportunity, I'm trying to get him promoted in one day. We'll see how that goes. And while Ayesha is already asleep, we'll save the best for last and head into build mode. Yes, finally, we're actually starting to build our home, and we'll start doing so 4 tiles in from the left side and 7 tiles in from below. That has a reason, which I will not go into yet. And then build 10 wide and 8 tiles long, and that's our base. And then for the wall we can choose one of the coverings from the miscellaneous section, because the first few of those are free. Same thing goes for the floor, only here it's under wood. And then we can quickly get the inner walls done too. And that's it, floor and wall coverings completely for free. They do look decent enough, and all of that was done without using Create a Style, which we'll get into later. Then lastly we can put a door in and put a roof on top. And for now let's take a flat roof. That's not the most beautiful one, but it doesn't have to be. And that's actually it, because we'll do the rest next time. Then we'll sell those stupidly expensive Sim Life goggles and finish up our first starter home for Pete and Ayesha. And now that Pete has completed his work from home, we can send him off to bed and call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, I really appreciate it, I'm having lots of fun with this series, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers!